Hey YouTube, it's me, John Avenger, once again, and welcome to another non-Marvel DC, freaking superhero month. Disregard what I said before. Yeah, I had to delete my Kick-Ass review because, unfortunately, uh, Kick-Ass is part of Icon, which is a property owned by Marvel, so that's disqualified. But this one isn't because I'm going to be Batman because I'm going to talk about a awesome animated movie from 2012. It's a two-parter. It's an animated 2.5 hour romp called The Dark Knight Returns. Yeah, this is the animated movie that came out in 2012. I didn't watch it until last year, and it is an amazing freaking movie. I can't talk everything about it because it's a very long movie, but I'm going to just give my thoughts on it, what I liked, what I disliked, and my overall rating for the film. Now, this movie I was interested in because I saw BVS last year, and this is basically an animated version, except it's not the whole film is not like that. But this is an amazing film. The animation in this film in both parts is freaking stunning. I'm gonna review the film as one because it's one movie, pretty much. And the voice acting is top notch. You got Peter Weller voicing Bruce Wayne slash Batman. And then you have freaking Ariel Winter playing the female Robin. This is not Dick Grayson. This is another Robin with red hair and glasses who saves Batman in the first part, which is really awesome. I mean, this film is exceptionally dark. This is not recommended for children. I know it's an animated film, but it is not for your kids. If you want them to see an animated Batman, I would go with the animated series, any of that, but not this movie because it is extremely violent for an animated film. I mean, they captured basically this is what the Nolan films were missing. There is so much blood in this movie. Even I was shocked. I was like, man, that's a lot of blood. This movie really easily could have had an R rating, but it doesn't go too gory. Like, there's scenes, where Batman's fighting these people with, they got girls with their tits covered in black spots. That was pretty much intense. You got a scene where he's fighting this guy with like glasses or like goggles, and he beats the shit out of him. That's freaking awesome. There's a scene he has a fight with Superman, and he beats him to death. He says, "Remember the man. Remember the man who this day of the man who beat you." And I'm like, yeah, this film is very well written. Frank Miller's story is in this animated film, and it doesn't hold back. There's also a scene where the Joker, who is not voiced by Mark Hamill, so that's kind of disappointing. He literally is on a talk show and he's talking. He has this very calm voice, and he literally smashes a freaking like coffee mug, and he slices the guy's throat. I'm like, holy shit! Yeah, that's what I thought. I'm like, there's some problems with the film. I would say not that it's too long because they put it in two parts, so you can see one part and then see the next, and it works very well. Now, one problem, I don't like the voice of the Joker. I think he's too calm. His laugh is not as good as Mark Hamill's laugh. He dies kind of in a weird way in the second part. Batman puts a freaking batarang in his eye, beats the shit out of him in Underground, and then he's like, "I'll see you in hell," and then dies, and he like breaks his neck. And I'm like, the Joker deserved better. I mean, Leto's Joker already got butchered enough. Here, he's kind of underused too, but I love the Joker as a character, so seeing him here was nice fan service. Also, some of the supporting cast are kind of like there. You got Commissioner Gordon. I don't know who voices him. You got Lana Lang. You got I think Barbara Gordon. You have Catwoman, older. This is basically when Batman is in his 50s or 60s. He's really old, and he's fatter and bulkier, and he's basically thinking about retiring. But then he still gets out of retirement and he still kicks ass. He's slower than before, but still, Peter Weller's voice fits perfectly for Batman in this movie. It's just very dark, very bloody, very gritty, just like the Gotham TV show that I watch. I know a lot of my friends don't like the Gotham TV show, but it's a prequel to Batman that works. And I just love seeing this. Batman is the best DC hero that you got. The Justice League would be nothing without him. And let's face it, he is my favorite. I've watched every single Tim Burton movie. I saw the two Schumacher films. I saw all of Nolan's films. I saw pretty much a lot of the animated films from the 90s and the 2000s. You know, Batman is just a classic, iconic superhero, anti-hero, because he sometimes he kills, sometimes he beats the shit out of people, and he doesn't ask permission. He's just a vigilante, and I love it. And this animated film is very well done. Like, it's also there's also some things that I could have done without, like, uh, there's some side characters that don't serve a purpose. Like I said, Joker's in the film, and but he's not used very much, and the actor's voice is a little bit kind of like, eh. But other than that, it's a great freaking movie. If you have not seen The Dark Knight Returns, the animated film, what are you waiting for? Go watch it. It is a spectacular animated film that's right up there, I think, with some of the best Batman movies ever made. This and Lego Batman and Tim Burton's Batman from '89 and The Dark Knight and all that. The Dark Knight gets a lot of praise, which it deserves, but for Heath Ledger's performance is the main reason. Here, doesn't have Heath Ledger, but it's a fantastically animated, bloody as hell, gritty, almost disturbing kind of a Batman film, because Batman just gets fucked up in this movie when he gets that heart attack and then he fakes his death, and he tells he fakes his death, and the Gotham citizens of Gotham do a memoriam in his memory, but he's hiding underground. I'm like, yeah, you can't kill the Batman. He will always rise up again. No pun intended. But yeah, this movie I wanted to review it because my friend gave me as a suggestion. It's a great freaking animated movie, but it is not for children. And there is no way that a kid is probably going to see the blood and you're like, oh, it might be too much for them. So I recommend don't let your children watch this movie or The Killing Joke, because I heard that's extremely violent too. But as a Batman movie, it works very well. Fleshed out characters, really deep plot, a lot of moments with Bruce Wayne and Batman older, just like Ben Affleck's Batman, and a Robin that's a girl. That's not a feminist thing. It's actually a different Robin that works for me because Ariel Winter has a cute voice and she pulls it off, and she's a good actress. And the rest of the cast is pretty serviceable as well, except for Joker's voice. I thought it was kind of there. It wasn't really, Mark Hamill's, I love Mark Hamill, I'm a Star Wars fan, I'm biased. But The Dark Knight Returns is fantastic. It's a film I need to get on Blu-ray because it has both parts in one disc, so you don't have to switch. And it probably has a ton of features. I was really impressed with this. I was like, this is a Batman that comes right out of the comic. There's no campiness. There's no stupid humor. There's no filler. The movie flows very well, and it is an epic movie. And I can say it's even shorter than The Dark Knight Rises, which is great. And there's no stupid characters there that just want to connect things. But it's a great freaking movie. I would give it like an 8 out of 10, both parts. In one, it's a great experience that you should watch on a big screen TV, on Blu-ray or DVD. It's a fun time, and it's pretty graphic, so not recommended for youngsters. Definitely not. But anyway, that's my review of The Dark Knight Returns, the animated freaking cinematic, you know, awesomeness that is. And pretty much, this is probably the bloodiest Batman movie that was never done by Christopher Nolan or Zack Snyder. But it's worth your time. It is a really, really dark film that doesn't pull punches, doesn't hold back, and it was this close to getting an R rating. If they had cursed in it more, or if it was even more bloody, or probably would have gotten the same rating as The Killing Joke. But it's worth your time, and it is DC, which is not Marvel, so it counts this time. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Take care, and I will see you in the next review coming your way. I just wanted to do this to replace